Hi everyone, welcome to Van's channel. And don't mind the hair. Trying to be creative. Pull out my braids and I just get a little free time to do a video. So I'm like, I wanna grab it immediately. Now, this week or today on this topic, I'm gonna talk about hell has no fury like a woman scorn. And all right. For those who don't know, I'm gonna get straight because I want this channel to be about me and personally, so people can learn from my examples and examples that I would love to learn about as well. And I'm gonna say this: hell has no fury like a woman scorn. When you're being pushed in an environment where someone doesn't want you to be around but is too weak, too scared, and have no strength to get you out of their way, they're going to use whatever tactics and manipulative skills and use whatever weapon they have to use against you to get you out of your life or to aim or maim you. And it's not, some most time it's not even necessarily about you, it's because that you reflect their damage, you reflect their earth. Yeah. You highlight how damaged your life has been, how toxic your life has been. And I am going to talk about the topic how to deal with someone who used your child to attack or manipulate you. And this is incredibly challenging and emotionally charged. And for me, stepping out of my little girl stage and trying to put on my big woman boots, it's hard as I'm just transitioning. And like literally, I'm a baby in transition to being a woman. It's important. All right. So I'm trying to approach the situation with caution. And I'm also documenting it, and to protect myself and my child. Yeah, and these are some of the suggested things that I would advise people who are going through the same things. Is to maintain barrier, whatever that is or whatever it might mean. Maintain barriers. Set clear limits. Be firm about the boundaries that protect you and your child. This includes not tolerating emotional manipulation, guilt tripping, or any behavior that seeks to use your child as a tool to get at you. Girl, it's people out here are evil. That's not even evil, damaged. Let's cancel evil, damage, hurt. It's I honestly, until I'm this year's old, I didn't realize that people are like this. Consistent enforcement. Reinforce these boundaries consistently if it's difficult. This establish that you will not accept behavior that puts your child in the middle of conflict or use them against you. Okay? So girl, you have to use your mouth. Do not be firm. Do not be rude, especially in certain environments, because these persons are Ella childish and Ella retaliation is gonna come back here to you at any given time because you speak your truth and you speak and you stand up for what you believe in and you protect your child because people out here don't want you to do that. Protect your child well-being, shield your child from these adults and conflicts. Children should not be involved in adult disputes. If your child is used to hurt you, it's important to ensure that they aren't burdened with adult issues to make feel responsible for the conflict. So you shouldn't make, even if certain things happen, try to shield your child in such a way that it doesn't feel like they get hurt. Even though the other part is not so mature and does not have your child well-being at heart, it's best that at some point, to, yeah, provide reassurance, offer emotional support, and reassure that to your child. Let them know that it's not their fault and they should feel safe and loved. Reinforce their emotional security and help them process their feelings in an age appropriate way. All right. Keep communication focused on the child, focus on co parenting. Well, to be honest, for those who are lucky to get a divorce and can run their place, because some people don't want to get a divorce because they're using your child to in whatever way to hold on to you or to use as some form of manipulative tactic, and people like these don't have life So you having you around give them life. And they realize that, and you're trying to drain whatever little life is left in you. So be careful. Limit direct, avoid retaliation or engaging in the emotional drama. So try to keep this topic less emotional as possible. Limit direct contact when possible. Use a third party, possible to use a neutral third party to like a mediator, therapist, or lawyer to communicate about matters related to the child. This can prevent necessary tension to keep you again focused on the child needs rather than that on personal conflict. And honestly, some people do not realize that they need therapy. They do not need help. So at some point you have to like, look, this is my child and you have to grow up. If you have an issue with me, deal with me directly. Do not use my child as a weapon against me. It's simple. Um well, written communication is good. If verbal communication often leads to manipulation and emotional volatility, try switching to written communication, emails, text, when you can be more clear, controlled, and have a recorded interaction. Well, yeah, because it is a heated situation when someone, especially when you're in a multiracial situation, and don't mind the slave, yeah, and to be honest, it's it's hard. And people will use something like, for example, a situation where someone would call your child a monkey and then use your child to call you a monkey. That doesn't bother me, but the fact that my child is so small and is in a situation, I'm trying to shield him as much as possible, as long as possible from these little kind of things, because it's, if he's gonna stay in this environment, it's gonna come at him because of the people that we're around. Yeah. And it's gonna, and I want to be able to channel how we get exposed to this guy and be able to mentally prepare him mentally. But now I am in the deep and I have to, how do I deal with the situation, where someone like this is like this. um so yeah, these are the situation that you have to prepare for. Like, if you're gonna be in a multiracial situation, do not get, no, if you know, don't feel steady, you do not feel stable, or you don't have your safe space, try to avoid things that connect you to these people as best as possible. Document everything. Keep records, documents, and instances where the child is used to attack and manipulate. This includes things like verbal exchange, messages, or incidents where a child is put in an uncomfortable situation. Having a clear record can be important for legal purpose for any future dispute resolution. Okay, so I have to start documenting, and I also have to probably make some video. Monitor your child's reaction. Keep an eye on how your child is reacting to the situation. If they seem stressed, confused, or anxious, this is a sign they may need additional support, such as counseling. Our little babies are here and they're in danger, and we cannot do it. And it's so freaking frustrated that a small 2 year old, 1 year old, 3 year old, 5 year old, even up to the 10 year old, like, no. And they're freaking adults out here walking her, there's freaking babies out here that doesn't have on diaper, that are putting their children in this situation. Seek therapy or counseling. Both you and your child benefit from seeing therapists, which obviously I have to save up my therapy money for my child when he's old enough and when he start asking questions and when I see these things. A child therapy can help your child understand these feelings and deal with an emotional manipulation, while a therapist for you can help you with navigating the situation and coping with the stress. Now, in this environment, you cannot seek office therapy. You have to find therapy online. You have to find counselors online. This is what it has gotten to. Legal assistance. In my situation, legal assistance is difficult. I watch this cartoon and this is difficult. Like, it's crazy. Yeah? If the situation involves co-parenting or custody, it should be very severe. Seek legal advice, maybe understanding. Lawyers can help you understand your rights and how to protect yourself and your child legally. Prioritize your emotional health, self care. Taking care of your mental and emotional health is crucial. Managing stress and maintaining a support system, friends, family, and support groups can help you stay grounded while navigating a difficult situation. Avoid guilt. It's common to feel guilt when you're unable to shield your child. To be honest, ladies, sometimes we have an idea that we want our child to have the father side of the family, and most times they're the problem in your life, and you end up putting yourself in a situation because you're drowning yourself to make sure your child have a wholesome or whatever is deemed to be a wholesome kind of life. And to be honest, we need to really, before we put a father in our child life, especially when in the first place you got the free will to jump with your child and raise that child alone, you need to really evaluate the situation. You need to really think about it. And those who just didn't have a choice, think about it. Think about who you're growing your child with. What kind of damaged people you're putting in your child life. And if these people aren't hella old and one foot in the grave, and putting their childhood traumas on your child, look for the sign because your children is already damaged. Look for the sign. The signs are there. And I need to do another video that I need to do a video about what it looks like when someone is raised by emotionally damaged parents and they are emotionally damaged. Like seriously, I need to do a video about this like this. Um yeah. So do not feel guilty. You tried your best, and this is just another page to skip through. Your child is growing. You're not going to be there forever. Just focus on how to protect your child as best as possible. And where you cannot protect, try to explain and make things as clear as possible and start healing the healing process for you and your child. Healing, 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 healing. Sometimes the situation is so damaged, you just have to focus on that. Consider the long-term impact. Focus on the future. Think of long term about your child actions can influence the child's development and future relationships. So this is where the healing comes in. Encourage independence, critical thinking, healthy boundaries in your child. Will equip them with handle complex relationships, a possible future emotional manipulation because these children, like, it's all about healing because for sure you have to teach your child, let them know what emotional manipulation is, because they're adults here trying to adultly manipulate your child. That is weak, pathetic, and I would say weak and pathetic. Yeah. Know when to walk away, distance if necessary. In extreme cases, it may be necessary to limit or cut off with the individual if their behavior is harmful to your child. And if the person continues to use your child as a weapon and manipulates them, sometimes the best situation is to distance and get legal intervention. Ultimately, the goal is to protect your child from being caught in a cycle of emotional manipulation while taking steps to protect yourself. It is delicate situation. It is a delicate situation but with patience, boundaries, and support, it's possible to manage it while prioritizing the well-being of your child. We're out here trying to give our child the best life, but if someone and some people think they're giving their children the best life, and because they don't know what the best life is. Yeah, there's persons out here who they don't know what it feels like to be really loved by a parent because they have been manipulated and they have been growing hell of a weak. Sometimes your partner, they don't know what proper parenting is, even if it's hit them in their face. And when you give them proper parenting, they will say, oh, that's pathetic. These are signs that we should look for before marriage, but hey, sometimes we make mistakes, sometimes we're blind, and sometimes we rush into things. And we just have to learn how to navigate ourselves through them. We will be bruised, but how to fix the wounds That's all I have to say. Thank you so much for making it Vents channel. Have a great day. Protect our children, protect ourselves, our emotional well being, and seek legal advice as best as possible. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye. Stay prayed up.